I was skeptical about this one at first. I mean, an inflatable fishing kayak that's supposed to be tough enough for serious anglers? I'd seen those cheap pool toys that pop after one use. But then I actually got my hands on the Wilderness Systems iATAK 110, and honestly, it changed how I think about inflatable kayaks. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really surprised me was how stable it felt once it was inflated. The drop stitch design makes the floor super rigid, almost like a hardshell kayak. I took it out on a windy lake with some choppy waves, and I wasn't rocking side to side like I thought I would. That stability made casting lines way easier, especially when I was reeling in a feisty base. I've had sit-on-top kayaks before that felt tippy, but this one didn't budge, even when I shifted around to reach for gear. The Ergoboost seating system is a game-changer for comfort. I've spent hours in kayaks with basic seats that leave my lower back screaming. This one has adjustable padded supports and even a lumbar piece you can slide in. I took it on a full-day fishing trip last weekend and didn't feel any discomfort at all. Plus, the seat is mounted on a frame that keeps it off the floor, so even if water gets inside the kayak, you're not sitting in a puddle. I love the Fishbone technology too. It's basically a series of molded-in tracks along the sides and floor where you can attach rod holders, fish finders, or even a small tackle tray. I mounted my Garmin down there and it stayed put even when I was paddling hard. I also added a couple of gear tracks from Wilderness Systems to hold my pliers and net. Everything stayed organized and within reach, which made a huge difference when I was fighting a fish and needed to switch tools fast. The iATAK 110 comes with a lot of accessories right out of the box. You get a high-pressure pump, a repair kit, a carry bag, and even a removable skeg for tracking better in wind. I didn't expect much from the included paddle, but it was actually pretty solid, aluminum shaft with fiberglass blades. It's not the lightest, but it gets the job done without breaking the bank. The carry bag is huge and well padded, so transporting it is easy. I've stuffed it in the back of my SUV with room to spare, and it fits in most overhead bins if I'm flying somewhere to fish. One thing I didn't expect was how easy it was to inflate. The pump that comes with it has a pressure gauge and 2 chambers, so it fills up in about 5 minutes. I was worried about overinflating, but the gauge makes it foolproof. Once it's done, the kayak feels rock solid. I've left it inflated for a week and it didn't lose any pressure, which is great if you're like me and don't want to deflate it after every trip. There are a couple of things that aren't perfect. The weight limit is 325 pounds, which is fine for most people, but if you're tall or carrying a lot of gear, you might feel it sitting low in the water. Also, while the skeg helps with tracking, it's not as precise as a rudder on a hardshell kayak in strong currents. And the included seat is good, but if you're over 6 feet tall, you might want to look at upgrading to the deluxe seat they sell separately. Overall, I'm really impressed with this kayak. It's stable, comfortable, and packed with features that make fishing easier. It's not the cheapest inflatable out there, but it feels like a premium product. If you're on the fence about trying an inflatable fishing kayak, this one's worth the investment. You can find the link below if you want to check it out. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Wilderness Systems iATAK 110 sit-on-top fishing kayak inflatable drop-stitch kayak 11 feet digital camo sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like drop-stitch design and Ergoboost seating system actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.